world that's powered by, in a time when tradition, in a time where anything can happen.
Okay, a little less epic. It's the Walled Lake Western Choir Handbook. Walled Lake Western has a long tradition of providing students with very extraordinary experiences. Here are a few of the accomplishments that Western choir students have achieved over the years. In recent years, our choirs have performed in Italy, England, Scotland, Spain, Austria, Germany, Czech Republic, just to name a few. Here are a few pictures from our past European tours. Well, when we don't go to Europe, do we stay at home? No way. New York City. When Walled Lake Choirs travel to New York City, we have the most amazing time possible. We do things that you just can't do when you go by yourself or with your family. We have performed at local schools and soup kitchens, as well as at Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall. We eat in all different kinds of restaurants all over Manhattan and Brooklyn, where New Yorkers eat, not where just tourists go. And yes, we see as many Broadway shows we can see while we're in the city. New York City. Walled Lake Western Choirs have traveled to the Big Apple over a dozen times. Maybe this time you can join us. In 2000, our chamber singers were selected as the state champs, the championship choir of the year for the state of Michigan. You'll hear us talk about the Michigan Youth Arts Festival. It's a celebration of the best of the best. Walled Lake Western's record is we've had over 42 students make it to the All-State Honors Choir level. We've had 6 soloists of the year selected, and 19 times we've had ensembles chosen for this statewide event. Think the state championships for our teams. And now you are a part of this tradition. Welcome to Walled Lake Western Choirs. Walled Lake Western singers know what it means to be the best. They understand what success means, and they know how to get to that place. We do have 4 minimal requirements for every student. Number 1, singers are required to show respect for their fellow choir members, the music which they perform, the director, and the work which must be done to make our choirs perform at the highest possible level of achievement. Number 2, singers are required to show responsibility for their individual contribution by trying their best at rehearsal and performances. Number 3, you and I will not tolerate a student infringing on another student's right to learn. And number 4, you and I will not tolerate a student's infringing upon Mr. Cleveland's responsibility to teach. Students who do not meet these requirements may be removed from our program. But, a really big but.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so.
Students who meet our success requirements will be rewarded with an experience unlike any other that they may have at school.
Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought.
Feel free to ask questions of Mr. Cleveland. Do not hesitate to email if you have any concerns or drop him a note in the box. He's really not that scary.
Don't know how. Come on.
The facts of life for our choirs. Our concerts and performances can only be as good as our rehearsals. The following guidelines are used in all professional musical organizations and will be the foundation of our rehearsal procedure. They will be used in rehearsals as well. Number 1. When the last bell rings, all singers are to be in the choir room going to their assigned seats with their choir folder and other materials. Number 2. A pencil. A pencil. Your music and sight reading materials are to be with each singer every day. You must always have a pencil and you must use it. As much as we like to use pens, we use pencils in here. Musicians around the world do this, and so do we. Number 3, at the beginning of the year, you'll be assigned a choir number which matches your folder, music, and slot in your choir's storage cabinet. You are responsible for this. Treat it as a fine treasure. If the folder remains missing, yes, you're going to have to pay for it. Number 4, rather than saying you can never talk while in choir class, I like to say that you must have an attitude of attentiveness during the class time rehearsal. This simply means sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Mark something in your music. Every day with a pencil, you must remember musical terms and symbols that are explained in class. Write them in your music. Take ownership of your experience. Vocal health is stressed in choir by teaching good singing habits. Your grade depends upon you putting into practice the things that you are taught. Make these things, especially good posture, unconscious habits rather than something you save for the performance. Number 7, a cold should not prohibit you from singing, but a sore throat might. Talk to Mr. Cleveland before class if you have a problem. This is a participatory class. Only in very extreme cases should you be sitting out. Number 8, water is the best beverage to help you stay hydrated. Feel free to bring a water bottle to class. Chewing gum and drinking pop is not permitted in the choir room, except for very special functions, and we'll tell you about those in advance. Number 9, the choir room, practice rooms, music library, and auditorium must be kept clean and neat at all times. This is each of our responsibility. You know, it's really our home away from home. If you're having one of those days, please leave it at the door when you walk into our room. A respectful attitude toward your fellow singers and your director must be maintained at all times, even when you don't feel like it. We are a team, and one person's bad attitude can bring down the whole group. And finally, you can't do homework during rehearsals. No way. Unless told ahead of time that you can do other work, don't bother asking. So, let's talk about grades. Student choir grades will be made up of 3 main categories: musicianship, written work, and performances. Grades are weighted in this way. Musicianship is 40%, written work just 10%, and performances 50%. Musicianship is determined by the quality of participation on a daily basis. Posture, eye contact, proper use and care of the voice, marking in your score, sight reading, and focused concentration. Written work is determined by the quality of participation on an assigned basis. It could be music theory activities, sight reading, and a possible written assignment now and then. Performances are determined by the quality of participation in doing what was rehearsed in daily rehearsals. We will have one major performance per semester. We will perform in events sponsored by the Michigan School Vocal Music Association, as well as other special performances that happen throughout the year. We look for these things: stage deportment, how you handle yourself on stage, a concert behavior on and off stage, being on time, not leaving before the end of a scheduled performance, commitment to the greater good of the team, which is your choir. Selective commitment can't exist here in Wall Lake Western Choirs. Our concerts and activities are an integral part of the curriculum for all choirs, and students' participation is essential and expected. As Dr. Craig Arnold, conductor of a university choir, says, just showing up isn't good enough. You gotta put yourself into it. So, attendance policies. All choir students are expected and required to be at all concerts and any extra rehearsals. Choir is a team effort, and we rely on the responsibility of those around us. This attendance policy is consistent with that of the performing arts policies at each of our high schools here in Walled Lake. We have a calendar. The choir calendar is given during the first week of school, as well as can be found online at WLWCHOIRS.com 24/7. Students and their parents are expected to schedule around concerts and any evening rehearsals. And now, the policies concerning sports, dance, and other rehearsals. A sports game or dance performance takes precedence over a choir rehearsal, and a choir performance takes precedence over a sports practice or a dance practice. Again, early notification is essential in these cases. You have schedules way ahead of time. No surprises are necessary. You will find in most situations, we'll be able to make this a win-win situation. What about excused absences? There are occasions when it becomes necessary to miss a scheduled rehearsal or even a performance. These absences, though, must be in writing and communicated with Mr. Cleveland to be considered excused. Excused absences must be communicated at least 2 weeks prior to the event. Students whose absence has been excused by the director may make up the time missed through musical community service. Extreme circumstances. For extreme circumstances, such as serious illness, hospitalization, or death in the family, the director may excuse an absence. But know that work, vacations, hunting, birthday parties, etc. are not valid excuses. If you find yourself in extreme circumstances, please call or text 248-980-3927 and leave your message for Mr. Cleveland. Unexcused absences. Dun dun dun. Unexcused absences will result in a double zero for the performance. I mean, why are you taking choir if you're not coming to our performances? Unexcused tardies and absences to performances will result in a lower semester grade. Please be advised that a work conflict is not considered an excused absence. Attitudes are contagious. Make sure yours is worth catching. Well, now it's time to talk about our team uniform. The word uniform means that everyone will look the same. It's not the time to show your unique personality, so prepare yourself for this now. Students must have all uniform parts clean and presentable at all times. If your uniform's all wrinkly, or you don't have a complete uniform, you may not be able to perform, and your grade will be affected. Please read the uniform deposit and uniform contract form for more details regarding your uniform and its care. Concerning jewelry, rings on your fingers are okay, but a big nose, tongue, or eyebrow piercing is not okay for performance. They must be very tiny or be able to be removed. Please talk to Mr. Cleveland about your situation. Concerning hair accessories for all girls, you must pull your hair back with a plain black hairband or a dark barrette. No other hair ornaments, please. Your hair must be neat and off your forehead, not just hanging there. Think performance hair. Your natural, normal hair color for concerts, please. Screaming blue is fun, but not for concerts. Otherwise, everyone in the audience will just look at you the whole time. We are a team while we're performing, so talk to Mr. Cleveland if you have any questions. This has not been a big deal in the past. Just ask Sam. Concerning hair for guys, your hair must be neat and off your forehead. This might mean that you need to figure out what performance hair means to you, possibly using gel or spray to get your hair off your forehead. Maybe even a bobby. Your eyes and eyebrows are a key to musical expression, so plan early how you will take care of your hair so that we can see your eyebrows while you're performing. Are women in choir? Western will provide for you a formal choir uniform gown and a garment bag. The garment bag should always be used to transport and store your uniform in. Yes, our bags are Walled Lake Western blue. You will provide black nylons, not tights. Small white faux pearl stud earrings, 1 per ear please, and small faux pearl necklace. $15 for the set for these matching pearls. Character shoes, performance shoes with a closed toe. We order these in bulk. Shoes that have a 1.5 inch heel, and they're about $25. If you choose to get these shoes at a dance store, they'll be double that. And now, it's the man in choir. Walled Lake Western will provide for you a uniform tuxedo jacket and slacks, and a garment bag, a bow tie with a cummerbund, belt, or vest. The garment bag should be always used to transport and store your uniform. But you will provide black dress socks. Not these, but these. A white t-shirt to be worn under the tuxedo shirt. A tuxedo shirt. You may choose to order these through the choir department since we buy them in bulk. We will have you try on some samples to make sure that we can get the best fit. This shirt will be worn each year in choir and at all choir events except those noted. and tuxedo shoes. We will order matching faux patent leather tuck shoes in bulk, again, finding the best price. These shoes will be worn for each performance and will be used each year in choir. About $15. MSVMA, Michigan School Vocal Music Association. Walled Lake Western High School is a member of MSVMA. It's a nonprofit professional organization of vocal music educators whose purposes are improving, promoting, and assisting vocal music education. Walled Lake Western choirs participate in many MSVMA activities, some of which include Honors Choir. There are 3 levels of Honors Choir: regional, state, and all-state. On a weekend in early October, singers will perform an online audition. We will do this together at school to make sure that your recorded auditions meet the standards. Students are assigned a point score in the categories of tone, memorization, intonation, phrasing, diction, and vocal technique. The top scoring students are selected for the Regional Honors Choir. Audition results are emailed to the school. Once a student has gained membership into the Regional Honors Choir, the singer must prepare 4 other selections by memory and then do a short 8-measure sight reading line. On the first Saturday in December, students rehearse with the choir, audition for the State Honors Choir, and perform all prepared numbers in a concert. Parents and friends are invited to this concert. After the performance, results of the auditions will be posted. The state performance then is held in January. The all-state performance in May. Solo and Ensemble Festival. Students who are taking voice lessons are invited to enter as soloists in the District Solo and Ensemble Festival, held each year in January. Working in conjunction with their voice teachers, the students prepare 2 songs of contrasting nature and perform them for an adjudicator. One is to be from the MSVMA solo required list. There is no sight reading required at the district level. Students are responsible to pay the entry fee and the accompanist fee. Ensembles that participate in this event are typically from a choir class, but other ensemble entries are possible, depending upon interest and preparation. Students can choose to put together a group from their choir, or they might be asked by their director to be a part of such a group. Mr. Cleveland will assist in selecting music and rehearsing the group. Commitment of time must be made by each student involved. State Solo Ensemble Festival is open to any soloist or ensemble receiving a first division, a superior or outstanding at the district level. The format is similar to the district level with the addition of the sight reading requirement. This is when the Michigan Youth Arts Festival soloists and ensembles are selected. These are normally the best of the best in the state. If you have this for a goal, start now in being prepared as you possibly can be. Choir Festival. All Western choirs will participate in the District Choral Festival held every year in the month of March. Participating choirs must sing 2 selections of contrasting nature, one from the MSVMA required list. Groups will also sight read in unison and parts at one of 3 levels of difficulty: primary, intermediate, or advanced. Specific details will follow later. Note the dates of this festival are in March every year. Our choir boosters. Our choir boosters are an important and vital part of student success. There are ways to be involved that require all levels of commitment. If you'd like to be involved in any way, please contact our booster president, Kim Syrian. One is fundraising. Raise Raising money is an essential part of maintaining an excellent choral program. Funds raised are spent to help students in the Walled Lake Western Choir program. A very active program such as ours takes considerable funding each year to meet growing needs and desires. Our school district pays for the basics, but if we want to allow our students to go above and beyond, we must assist. Individual accounts are established to help students offset costs of trips and other choir activities, such as voice lessons, character shoes, tuxedo shirts, MSV May solo and ensemble fees, choir gear and uniform cleaning and maintenance costs. Depending on the fundraiser, an amount of money will be credited to his or her account when the student participates in the fundraiser. Current students' account balances may be found on our website. Account money will carry over from year to year as long as the student is in a Walled Lake Western Choir program. The account can be transferred to a sibling if he or she will be a Walled Lake Western Choir member of the year directly after the first student leaves the program. However, once the student leaves or graduates, any remaining money goes directly into the Choir Booster Scholarship Fund, which provides scholarships to students who go to summer music camps. There it is. Money. Whenever you have to turn in any kind of money, whether it be cash or check, to the director, you must use an envelope. Either bring your money in an envelope from home or get one here. Please make sure the envelope is sealed and then write the following information on it: your name, what the money is for, how much money is enclosed, cash or check, and the date that you're turning it in on. Then simply slip it into the big gray box. And now, before we end, a few pop concert memories.
We know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Well, I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I do.
Thanks for taking the time to go through this very important information with me. It will be the foundation to a fun and exciting year in choir. Parents, please remember to complete the online forms or return the forms packet, which your child will be bringing home. Be sure and bookmark our website, as you will want to check it often. It's updated on a regular basis throughout the year. So now, here's to the best year yet.
Somebody to lean on.